As a father, you want to be the protector of your family, especially for your children. You want to nurture and teach them how to be responsible, care about people, and many other traits that will help them socially and academically. The most important thing to me are to be able to provide for my family, keep them safe, and trust me as their father. I'm a caring and loving dad, sometimes overbearing and protective, but in my mind, I'm just being the best father I can be. On a day about a year ago, I felt that I was none of the things mentioned above. My family owns a product that we go around to craft shows and fairs to sell. We go to Canton, Texas once a month and set up a booth to demonstrate our product, and we cook potato chips for this item and give them out as samples. We were set to have a great weekend as the weather was perfect and the crowds were big. My daughter has been coming with me to these events for several years and knew a lot about it. We were having a great time laughing and playing. We had a customer come up and my daughter knows a setback while I try to sell. We previously had been cooking chips on our cooker with oil. As usual, my daughter sat down in her chair to allow me to sell. All of a sudden, the chair collapsed, her legs flew in the air and kicked the cooker of grease over on top of her, burning her right arm and her chest. I was stunned and almost paralyzed until I heard her scream. Then daddy mode started. I grabbed her up and God sent an EMT and lots of other people immediately. As a dad, I had no control over any of this that was happening. And kind words and baby it will be okay was all I could do, but wasn't enough. She was still burned. My dad experiences had not prepared me for handling this situation. I called my wife, who was over 4 hours away in Little Rock, to tell her that our little girl had been burned and was being airlifted to a hospital. This felt like a husband moment fail as well. I had one job to do, and that was to protect my family, and I wasn't able to do it. My emotions were getting the better of me when the paramedics were putting her in the helicopter. I was starting to cry a little bit, and my daughter looked at me and said, "Don't worry, Daddy, it'll be okay. God's got it." And that sent a flood of emotions which solidified that I was raising a loving and caring daughter. Over the course of the next few days, we went to the tank, which was probably one of the worst experiences of her life, for her initial burn. She was comprehensive about everything they wanted to do, but she was able to get through it with courage and a lot of prayer. During these times, it taught me that not at all times being a dad is perfect, nor we make all the right decisions, but we learn to trust the good in people and allow them to help you grow as a person, husband, and a father. I see my daughter's burns, and it reminds me that even though she has scars, we have a testimony to tell other people about how we're able to lean on each other and the support of our God and friends that allow us to be able to tell this story.